I think the questions of the settlement should be part of the final peace talks and final peace agreement. It can't be a precondition to entering into that agreement any more than preconditions that I could bring up. We don't believe this issue, this conflict will be resolved without the Palestinians giving up their plan to flood Israel with refugees. So I could say, look, I want to see a goodwill gesture. Please rehabilitate one street and one refugee camps before we enter the talks, so I know that you're serious. Well, if I said that, people will say, why are you piling on preconditions in the talks? So I'm not piling on preconditions. I suggest earnestly to President Abbas not to do the same. I think we should just get on with the talks, and settlements will be one of the issues that will be discussed in the course of those talks, alongside security and the other issues that have been raised. But it's also important for me to raise one point of this in response to your questions. The question of the settlements is not the core of the conflict, but one of its results. For 50 years, from 1920 to 1967, almost half a century, 47 years, the Palestinians and others in the Arab world waged an unrelenting assault on Israel to eliminate the state of Israel. There wasn't a single Israeli settlement. There wasn't a single Israeli soldier in Judea and Samaria, the West Bank. But they attacked us for half a century. Why? Well, they were very clear about it, to eradicate the state of Israel. As a result of this noose of death that was placed on us in the weeks before June 6, 1967, we broke through. And we came to be in control of these areas that happened to form the heart of our ancestral homeland. We recognize there has to be an arrangement, an agreement, probably a painful agreement from our point of view, given our attachment to these historic lands. But to say that this conflict is driven by the result of an Arab aggression is to substitute the result of this aggression for its cause. The real cause, the core of the conflict, is the persistent refusal to recognize the state of Israel as the state of the Jewish people in any border, in any configuration. That's the heart of the conflict. That too, or that must be, I would say, one of the first things that we have to discuss, not as a precondition for entering the talks, but if we're to resolve this conflict, that's the issue that has to be addressed. Recognition, mutual recognition of two nation states. Israel is the nation state for the Jewish people, and the Palestinian state is the nation state for the Palestinian people, living side by side in security. Mutual recognition and security, these are the issues that have to be addressed. And you know what? If we'll address them and resolve them, the issue of settlements will resolve itself along the way.